Good morning, everybody. Kevin here, and I want to welcome you to this Gobbler's Roost adventure. Now, this summer I haven't, it's been a while since I've done a video, you've probably noticed. Um, I've been working hard trying to restart my game call company, Buffalo Hunter Game Calls. I started it back in the 90s, but it kind of died off because my other business made more money. Now that I'm retired, that's what I'm doing. So I've been working hard, making calls, going to shows, but you know what? Time's getting short. Deer season's coming up. A little bit more than a month. October rolls around and archery season's here. So it's an early Sunday morning. It's going to rain a little later today. So I decided to come in and do a preliminary look at my blind. I got one here and there's one over there I passed. There's a lot of apples in the trees above it. It looked pretty good, just needs to be lined like this one with burlap. I did a little work on this one here, but I don't want to sweat too much. So these two look good. I'm going to have to come back and do some interior work to make them even better, get them ready for the season. I'm starting to practice shooting my arrows already. But right now, as I said, I don't want to sweat in here, so I'm going to go up here, back there, and check out my other blind, the third one. This is the first blind I ever hunted out of. I started hunting here way back in the 80s. But over the years, as you can see, things have grown up. And they keep growing. And I don't know, I can't see it in there anymore, so we'll have to go take a look. So come on along if you're interested. Give you a look at real quick at my blind. I got most of the outside work done with logs, I think. I need to line the inside with burlap. Set up my fake Christmas trees all around the edges. And cut some goldenrod and give it a little extra with some goldenrod. And then I'm done. I'm ready to hunt out of that. So I got plenty of time. So let's go check this last blind out. As I said, this is the first one that was here. I started hunting here, wow, way back in the 80s, wow. Well, this is the trail right here. If I hunt out of this, I'm going to have to cut my way in, it looks like. The deer are definitely still using it. You can see that. I'm not surprised at that. This is an old trail. Actually, this trail has been here since the blind has been here, probably before that. But it's pretty thick in here. Get up in here and take a look. Oh, here's the blind. It don't really look like it's in too good a shape, but... So the last, probably 7 or 8 years, I've only gun hunted out of here. I started bow hunting here, and I did really well. Oh, wow. Nope. The major deer trail right along this edge goes right through my blind, which they started doing that a few years back. I kind of usually block them like right here. But this, oh, look at out front there. You can't see anything. Normally I shoot deer down in there. I don't know how many over the years. Now they got this main trail here. And you can see it goes straight through. You see where their hooves have been kicking here. Oh, look at this tree. This tree is gone. Oh, wow. Wow. I've sat on that end for many years. That looks gone too. I remember when this old poplar fell. Came to hunt out of the blind one day, and it had fallen across and crushed part of the blind. I had to rebuild the blind right away. Now it's gone. Yeah, I sit right here all the time. Still may be able to sit there, I guess. Well, I don't know. Somebody's toilet. Yeah. Used to be you could not see anything behind the blind. There was a big, massive tangle all the way around. And deer would come out of the woods there and go right by here and down in front of the blind. And they'd go right down here, right in front of the blind. And as you can see, and I used to have shooting lanes. I could shoot 30, 35 yards with my bow and arrow. Back then I was shooting a compound. But as you can see, there's nothing down there. And in the last few years, when the leaves had fallen, I'd be able to shotgun hunt out of here, but I think that that's done. I don't think, yeah, this blind is, oh, the deer are even walking down and going through there now. They got a little trail right through there. Huh. Yeah, it's sad. It's like seeing an old friend go. As I said, I've hunted here out of since the 80s. I'm working on a book, and one of the stories is how I found this. I call it the apple blind. This is an old cider orchard, and I was camped down the road one year, and I had plans to hunt way back in the woods, but it had snowed a lot that morning. And I got up and I'm thinking, oh no, I'll never get back there without getting all sweated up and everything. And what am I going to do? And I was bow hunting back then with my compound. One of my it was a bear woody is what it was. Now I started actually with a bear whitetail. But I came down in here. I thought about this. I go, oh, there's that old shotgun hunter's blind. They don't hunt there that much anymore. And back then it had a tarp roof and everything. I snuck down in here. It was beautiful. It was so awesome sitting in here with this high snow all over everything. And I didn't have any thoughts of killing a deer or anything. I was young. I had never shot a deer before. I'd never shot at a deer with my bow and arrow. I'm sitting here. All of a sudden, right here, 5 yards, a deer walks right by, walks right out in front of me, stops and sticks her head in the snow and pulls up an apple and starts eating. And I'm thinking, oh man. So when her head went down again, I got up and I aimed and I let my arrow go and I went right over her back and just disappeared into the snow. And she got up, looked around, finished her apple and left. And here I am, I'm thinking, that was cool. Little did I know, a couple minutes later, here comes another deer right down the same path right there. Whoa! I shoot another arrow, I miss again. Within about an hour, I had 4 deer come down this trail and 1 deer come down that trail, all stop in front of me. I shot all 5 of my arrows into the snow and had to come back in the spring to pick them up. They're all laying all over the place. And that's just one of the stories from hunting in this old blind. That was way back in the 80s, and I've hunted this blind every year since. The old shotgun hunters are gone and dead decades ago. And it just became my blind over the years, and I actually built another one and another one when wind isn't right. I don't know how many deer I've taken out of this blind. I never counted the deer that I took with the shotgun, but I took 23 of them with my compound and a couple more with my self bows. Almost all of them. I've killed 1 or 2 out of the other blinds. But those blinds I built mostly after I switched to self bow. I've killed a couple out of there, but yeah, I've taken a lot of. I've fed myself for decades and decades right here from this blind, and it looks like it's gone. Oh well. I'm sure when shotgun season comes and all the leaves are down, I'll come up here and sit down and see if I can still hunt from here, but I think this spot is, without a lot of work or a lot of scouting for a better spot right somewhere along this ridge, which there may be, I think this spot is done for now. Oh well. I just wanted to let you know about the sad passing of an old friend. I hope you enjoyed this Gobbler's Roost adventure. I'm Kevin. Thanks for coming along. Always remember, life is the greatest adventure of all.